Hi, and welcome to Scriptless in Cincinnati. Before we get started with our webcam movie review of For the Love of the Game, starring Kevin Costner, I'd like to take a minute to thank Roger Feely, who has donated a video camera to us, so that in the very near future we can bring you some more interviews and other adventures from around the greater Cincinnati area. So, thanks, Roger, and we hope you'll enjoy what we do. Take care. Hi.
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 Welcome to Webcam Movie Review.
Oh, cool.
We are going to review a chick flick.
Well, now let's talk about that term.
Okay.
Because that's kind of a derogatory term, and it's not really a chick flick. It's a love story set against the background of a life in baseball.
So it's a chick flick and a dude flick at the same time.
Well, yeah, I think the fact it has baseball in it takes it a little beyond the chick flick label.
So you're saying that if a guy wanted to have a girl over and he didn't, like, for dinner in a video movie, and he didn't want to have to sit through something like Beaches or a Jennifer Aniston movie, not that there's anything wrong with those, he might choose this movie even though it's a little older, and because there's a baseball element that he might enjoy, but then there's a love story that she might enjoy?
Possibly, yeah.
Generally speaking here about men and women and how they think and feel.
Should we maybe tell them what movie we're talking about?
Well, had you not interrupted when I was getting there, we already would be there.
It is called For Love of the Game. It is a 1999 film with Kevin Costner and Kelly Preston.
Yes.
And John C. Reilly.
Kelly Preston, who's married to John Travolta.
Mm-hmm. So she's probably a Scientologist.
Probably.
That's beyond. That's for another.
That doesn't necessarily
day.
Make her a bad person.
No, that's a discussion for another.
Okay.
This film came out in 1999,
okay.
Directed by Sam Raimi, who came up doing such things as The Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
So this is kind of not his usual fare.
Darkman, all three the first three Spider-Man movies.
My friend Daniel, who'll be featured next month, he loves Sam Raimi.
What la-di-da.
I just thought I'd share that.
Okay. So the movie.
Yes.
The movie. This is, for those of you who haven't seen it, this is Kevin Costner is an aging and almost retired 39-year-old star, Hall of Fame type pitcher. And the movie begins with his girlfriend breaking up with him. And it is put together with a series of flashbacks of their relationship set against his final crowning achievement as a pitcher.
Okay. That is a good synopsis of the kind of the background. I liked the way that they set it up with the flashbacks. Mm-hmm. Like you started with the breakup and then you kind of work your way kind of back to the beginning of their relationship and kind of back and forth a little bit.
And they weren't really random flashbacks either. They were set up by something that is going on in the present day, something mm-hmm. that's going on with the game that he's in. He kind of thinks about something, and then they show you what he's thinking about. But it's interesting to me, we discussed this before, that there's really not that many good baseball movies, but the ones that there are all have Kevin Costner in them. So
except The Natural, he wasn't in
The Natural. True, The Natural is that's more of a fable that has. Well, we should discuss that at some other time.
We will.
That's a major movie, but three of my favorites, as far as Field of Dreams and Bull Durham and this one are all Kevin Costner films.
And then there's League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, true.
There's a lot of good baseball movies.
But that doesn't have ball players; it has girls.
Oh,
That's actually a line from Tom Hanks. Hanks says, "I don't have ball players; I have girls." So
women are beautiful, Jim.
Well, yeah.
And they can play baseball too.
Like you said, they're beautiful.
And they can play baseball too. So anyway, would you recommend this movie as a good date night movie for an in night with movie and with dinner and a movie? Because obviously you can't see it in a theater because it's from 1999.
I would think, yeah, so long as both people had at least a passing interest in baseball. I mean, because it's about a baseball player, so I think you have to understand at least a little bit about how the game works and what it means to be, almost 40 years old and in the midst of pitching the best game of his life, and kind of during the course of their flashbacks, he has to deal with a major injury that almost knocked him out of the game, and a lot of things between his job and her job, and things that I think people could relate to it. But you have to at least care a little about baseball.
I like kind of his inner dialogue, or sorry, inner monologue when he's on the mound. Kind of what was the word he uses when he's focusing?
Clear the mechanism.
Clear the mechanism. Kind of gives you an insight as to how some pitchers work, and yeah, I thought that was neat.
I think all of them have some kind of mechanism like that. They have to be able to tune things out. They can't be listening to the drunk jerk in the front row that's yelling at them and calling them a bum. You've got to be able to tune them out. And I thought it was interesting that towards the end of this game that he's flirting with perfection and everything. That towards the end his clear the mechanism device stopped working, and he wasn't able to tune everything out, but he's a pro, so he was able to carry on and do his thing.
Yes, and then you also get to learn about her life as well in flashbacks and what her kind of her backstory is, and so together their two stories combine into a nice tale.
I guess it worked out okay. I don't want to give away the ending.
No, we can't.
But it kind of does lead up to the kind of, last minute. One of them is about to get on a plane, kind of thing that has happened in many films before. It would have been nice to find another way to do that.
Right.
But it kind of went with the story, I suppose.
Yeah. It was enjoyable. It was definitely worth watching.
Like I said, Kevin Costner has had many serious films where he is acclaimed as an actor and a director, and he's also done some total turkeys, and he's also done some where he looked like he's never acted in his life, but for some reason, obviously he is a baseball fan, and he connects with stories about baseball, and in those particular 3 films that he did with Field of Dreams and Bull Durham, I think those are some of his better, more likable performances.
I would agree. So, if you're looking for a date night movie,
For
Love of the Game from 1999, Sam Raimi directed, Kevin Costner, Kelly Preston starred.
Kelly Preston's hot.
And actually, Kevin Costner looks pretty darn good in a baseball uniform.
Well, there you go. We'll be back.